Hello, hello. I'm just trying to show you guys. Let's see. I'm trying to show you guys this porch leaner we just painted. Oh, there we are. Okay. And I'm going to try to put him up there so I don't knock him over. Hello, hello. We have been doing a workshop, um, and I've been working on different uh, porch leaders every week, and it's on Saturday nights every week this month. Um, and I just got finished. So I thought I'm going to come on and share with you guys how fun it is to do one stroke painting. Hey, Pat, and see what we accomplished. Now look at this big porch leaner. Is that a great big cardinal? Look at it. Look, I am. Let me try to figure this a little bit better so you guys can see it. Stop moving. All right, there we are. It was a trick painting it. It's 36 inches, and it's a great porch leader for in front of at your door. I said I want you to, as you're driving by, going, holy heck, look at that cardinal. And so this is the deal. On this side, I did a Santa, all right, last Saturday. And look how fun the beard is. So from the street, you can do that. And everybody was painting these with us, and they were excited with the cardinal because so many people can relate to a cardinal. So I painted that as I was teaching. It took 1 hour to teach it. All right. So can you imagine putting that on your front porch? Look at this. And you could say, I painted it myself. All right, I broke it down really easy. And this is one stroke painting. And so when I do this, I now send them the pattern. And there were mystery classes. So it was something fun and different for August. And then there's the for sale online where you can get the entire class. So if you email me, this is onestroke.com. That's my website. But if you email me, Donna Dewberry1 at Hotmail, um, and for a limited time, do you ever take a break? No. This is the last day I can be on for August, and I wanted to share how fun this was. So tell everybody if you liked what we did. The class was amazing. Thank you. So it's $45, and let me show you what you get. We're painting this, so you get the download. There's Zoom lessons. You're going to get the download for this one. And in this class, I'm going to show you everything I taught. All right. So you write Donna Dewberry1 at Hotmail for $45. You're going to get the entire 2.5 hour video lesson. And then you're going to get every pattern of what I'm showing you in just a few minutes. Full size patterns are going to be emailed to you to download, and with all the photographs of everything. So you have the photograph, my lesson, and the supplies are on my lesson. I share what we're using and the patterns. Okay, so that's the deal. So go check it out for it's a limited time, because when it goes online on my website, it's more money after we put it online. All right, then this little penguin was a fun little project that I did with everybody, and I also put it on this little plexiglass piece. All right. So all you do is tie a bow at the top of the chain. All these surfaces we sell on my website, onestroke.com. What does it say, Roman? From Franklin, North Carolina. Hello. Thank you. I'm glad you are on. I do a lot of work. This has been 4 weeks of I'm exhausted, but see, I'm not too exhausted to get on and tell you I can't wait for y'all to try this with me. And so what I'm doing during this lesson is I'm telling you how you could price things and which things would go well at the shows, how much different surfaces cost, and what to do with different surfaces. So on this one, you're going to get the penguin pattern, okay, and the lesson. And then I showed a little bit. No, I'm going to stick to what I need to stick to. All right. And then, so this is a little fun wood block that they sell at the shows with different colors, and these are dripping berries. All right, and so you can do farmhouse or French country or any kind of look. But look, there we did it in Christmas with snow on the top. All right, so we wrap it around. You can put the year on top. They sit on bookshelves. You can paint all the way around and sit in the middle of your table. And they're 2 by 6, 2 by 6, 6 inches. And I just went to the DIY store and just got a bunch of these blocks. Okay, so that's that design. So you get the penguin, the lady penguin with her cute little fur coat. Okay, and then I also was sharing how to put berries on Dollar Tree candles and how to put it on these plexiglass. Oh, you can't see this. Let me hold this up so you can see. All right, and how to do different kinds of quick and easy wreaths. Okay, this is an ornament, but I showed them how during the video, I'm showing them how to do my nativity stencils. So it's a stencil that has 4 different nativities pieces, and this is that's what mine is. And then we have resin that you can buy, and the resin, you can get 8 ounces, and it ends up adding $1 to each of your ornaments. If you put it on the wood ring like these, we sell those too. All right, so look, this was mine. All right, and this was my friend. No, wait a minute. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. All right, I was just excited to share this with you. So make sure you tell your friends. Y'all could do a lesson together. Y'all sit and paint together. But so I did my Mary Joseph, the Holy Family, and this is my friend. She did the same stencil, but she made it hers. All right, and then what we did, all 4 of them, I have the farm animals with Donna. They're cute without faces. And then I did the shepherd. I forget. But anyway, but the wise man is really super popular. And that's a stencil, so you can go check that out. I also showed them on my site. I have gallery glass clear. And what's so fun is that I just did this in the class. I just got paint on the back, so I hope that doesn't show through. And I took a candle, just a plain ornament that looks like this. Wait a minute, guys. Sorry. There we go. It looks like this with nothing. This is from last year. All right. And it's just plain. But look what happens when I put this clear around it. It changes the whole look from this clear like that. I did put some sparkle on there to this. Like how it changes the whole look. So if it's over a Christmas tree, it makes it even sparkle more, you know? All right. So that's just a few of the things. And when you're showing these little wreaths, and we put a metallic in it, we put a little red bow. These were really quick. And I tell you to do 4 to 6 at a time. They're really nice to put on the outside of a package as you're giving a package. All right. And then last night, I was sharing with everybody right here live. If you haven't tried it, we painted this, a pink poinsettia. All right. And then the Dollar Tree place. So you get the bags at Dollar Tree and the tissue paper there. And I just give the whole thing as a gift, as a place. Now, this plate, I wouldn't serve food on it. Like eating with silverware. But I put the Dollar Tree glass plates on the top of it and used it like a charger. But this is great for just a display at the front door. But I paint them and I put them in front of my china cabinet, in front of my other plates that are my fancier plates, but I show it per season. And I also would serve like cookies or whatever on this, like finger foods that you would pick up, but not that you would use silverware on it. But you can bake it in the oven, you can hand wash it, and look how pretty those colors are. So I painted this yesterday, so go look at it. It's alive. All right. And so I want you to know, painting the cards and cards, bag, and everything going together. Wasn't that fun, Deb? That was yesterday. All right. And then this is Rhonda Duffy, was one of my instructors that she has this business. And look how nice. She paints the bag. She gets the tissue to match. And she gives them a Dollar Tree pin in there. All right. To work on the journal she paints and puts in there. So it's a whole nice gift altogether. And actually, this is one that she gave me as a gift. And I don't want to use it. I just want to keep it. It's so pretty. All right. So lots of different things that I love to share with you. And when you come on my lives, I try to paint something. Love the huge cardinal. Is that fun, Susan? This is this is what I taught tonight as a porch leaner. It's 36 inches tall. It's a 1 by 12, 36 inches. And you just grab these at the hardware store. They're all ready for you. It's a beautiful piece of pine. And it's like 780 or something like that at our DIY. And what happens, I was just sharing with everybody, if you just popped on, guys, that this lesson I just taught tonight, we send it out on probably next Tuesday. And what happens is that you learn this cardinal takes, that we took an hour to paint that. I did. I taught it in an hour, but you guys might take a little bit longer. But this cardinal, oh, and this was last Saturday's. Look at this one, last Saturday. See the big stand over here? All right. And so this was this Saturday. So I have two different seasons. I can switch it. All right. This is the second little design that I taught. Okay. So these are nice little decorative blocks. These are 2 by 6 by 6 and just at the hardware store, but they stand. If you paint all the way around, they sit in the middle of flower arrangements or, decorations for your tables or whatever. And then this little guy was in the same lesson. So I did him a couple of different ways. See, on the plexiglass. And these surfaces I have on my site, onester.com. But I was telling everybody, if you would like to take this, to receive this class, okay? This class is 2.5 hours long. You get the cardinal lesson, the penguin lesson, and these dripping berry, and how to price and sell or have these fun little, this is a wreath one that we've done. And all of that was on tonight. And I give you tips and tricks on making it for gifts or selling them at the shows. Thank you. Thank you, Deb. Well, so I spent my whole life with 7 children and creating, going to all the art shows. And one of the shows, we had 250,000 people a year that would walk through it. And it was just a crazy show. And my sister and I did it together. And our biggest show, get this, we made handmade things. I painted on everything. She made wreaths and grapevine wreaths and stuff and filled them full of flowers. And I put my wood pieces in there. But one year, we had my 7 children and her 3 children, and all of us together. We did $47,000 on just little things that we painted and created on clay pots, candles, glassware. And so this has been what I've done forever. And I remember one day saying, because nobody would tell you how to get a tax number, how to do anything, how to get the surfaces, where'd you get the watering cans? Nobody would help you. And I have to tell you, I promised that if God blessed me, that I ever could make something of my painting that I would share with people. And I have to tell you, it was hard in the beginning because when the paint company found me and took me to a big show, when I was there, they would come up and say, "Where'd you buy that water can? Where did you get that?" And I would sit there and I would cringe because I'm like, oh, I'm just going to tell them everything. But you know what? And the first time I was painting walls here in Florida in somebody's home, and they said, "Miss Donna, did you know the doctor's wife down the street went and got your book and now she's painting everybody's walls and she's getting all your jobs?" And I called my husband crying and I said, "Oh my gosh." I said, they're taking my work away from me. This is what I said I would never do, is not share." And my husband said, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome." I said, "What's awesome?" I'm on the ladder all upset. And he goes, "It works. They can get your book, they can practice with you, and they can make money too." So We started making teachers out there that multiplying me so that they can go out there and do hands-on. Or now we're doing it online so everybody can get it. All right, so I'm missing some wonderful people. I'm energetic. Thanks. It was the best class of the month. Thank you. Uh, yes, if you can get the recording, she was saying it was a great thing to do. You will get it next week as soon as you pay. Dawn, you're so sweet. Were those the Zooms? Yes, you missed it tonight. There it is. All right, isn't it? Isn't it fun? There you go. All right. So, and more. I was going like that. Look at that porch leaner. Yeah. Do you believe it? Look how big he is. When I showed Mark, he said, "What the heck? That's the biggest cardinal I've ever seen." I said, "Can you imagine? Look at that." All right. Now I want the porch leaners to be seen from the street. And so we did four different porch leaners. We have a fall one, a Halloween one, and we did them on two different boards. Okay. And this side is the Santa. This was last week's Christmas. All right. And I did a snowbird with a Santa cap. All those are at my studio right now. But hey, Alan. All right. So I just thought I'm going to come on and share. I've never done this. I've never done it where you can order it. So go to Donna Dewberry 1 at Hotmail and say, I want to take the class with the cardinal, because you get all of the class and you get the patterns, full size patterns emailed to you that you can download, and you get a picture of every single one of these designs that I'm teaching you. So we send you the pictures as a group, the patterns for everything as a group, and the lesson, which is 2.5 hours long. You get all of that for $45. You can't beat that. So y'all try it. You like my story? Thank you. Hey, Alan. So listen, God's extremely blessed me. When I graduated from high school, a couple of things I said. I was the oldest of 5 kids, and I never wanted to babysit another person in my whole life, which that means I wasn't very nice, but I was like just too much. And so my dad said, you have to have one more than us. And I'm like, you're crazy. I'm never even having 5 children. Well, I had 7. I had 7. And I'm like, okay, now I have 34 grandbabies. And I don't know why I changed the subject to say that. I don't know why. But when I started, I wanted to paint and make my house pretty. And I wanted to be able to get with 7 children. One of the things I have to tell you, I only had one, and my first Christmas tree, I didn't have ornaments, and ornaments were expensive for a whole tree. And so I did salt dough cookie cutter ornaments and out of salt dough. And then by the time I painted them, all my friends and neighbors and people at church asked me to buy them, and because they liked the way they were painted. So I started my first crafting by decorating my house and selling I then started doing Santas that I sculptured, and I had all kinds of salt dough business, candle business, ornament business, all kinds. Even the class that already has been taught, can we still purchase and watch you paint them? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I did 4. I did a Halloween one. Everyone has a porch leaner. There's a special for 135 for all 4. Okay. So these are ways I teach you how to make money, how to decorate your house with them, or how to just make them yourself for yourself, which is decorating your house, or how to sell them, or how to go to art shows or give them as a gift. All right. So you have, if for 135, you get 4 different porch leaners. You get Halloween, cutesy Halloween's got a bat and ghosts and pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern and everything. All right. So, and on the other side of it, I did this big floral pumpkin. That's everybody's favorite. That's the one people have gone crazy over until this one. All right. And so I do about 5 or 6 things that you learn in each lesson, not just the porch leaner. But then I did the Santa on the other side, and then this last week, and then this one this week. So you can just get this one for 45, or just buy any single one for 45. And then you can go see them on our Facebook group. Go join our Facebook group. It's like It's only people who do one stroke painting. I mean, that's all we share on there is one stroke painting, but you have to answer 2 questions to be on. So please come join. We're almost at 40,000 one strokers on there. So please go try. But on there, you can just scan down and see each week the paintings I did, all the porch leaners and everything that are available. This one I just taught tonight. And I'm so excited because I loved how he turned out. So I was wanted you to see that you can go on and email me, Donna Dewberry at Hotmail. No, Donna Dewberry 1 at Hotmail. All right. Or you can go to the messenger and message me and say, hey, I want that. All right. I want the cardinal, and I'll know it's the whole thing for $45. Okay. Hey, Linda. All right. Miss Foster, even the class that is already, yes. You get the patterns, you get a whole email with all the photographs of everything I'm showing you. So you're going to get all the photographs of all the things that I taught. All right. All right. Just different ones. All right. And I trace all the patterns now. And because of Labor Day, it will probably be Tuesday before we ship them out. Tuesday or, before we send you the email, depending on if you have to pay first before we mail you everything. So if you email me, we will do an invoice where you send it to you, you pay that invoice, and then by Tuesday or Wednesday, we will mail you the email to watch the 2.5 hour show to get all the patterns. I trace every single pattern in each lesson. And then I give you photographs, good photographs of every single thing that I teach you during that lesson. And it's $45. But if you want all 4 weeks, somebody just said, just give me all four. So Halloween was the first one. They were mystery classes. You didn't know what you're going to do till you got here. All right. So that was the fun of it. So the mystery classes, the first one, I've never done this as a series. So the first one I did Halloween because the art shows are here, the craft shows, the gifts giving. The second one is fall. Fun fall. I pray to God will bless you to 1,000 generations. Thank you. I've been blessed. Hey, listen, I'm trying to get to 175,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're at 172,600. So we're on our way. But what I love about that is people from all over the world. How fun is that? So I lost my track of my mind, my train of thought here. Do you seal the wood before you paint it? No. So what I do with this is our paint, our folk art paint, multi-surface paint is got a sealer in it. All right. And we have some big bottles too. But this, I painted two of these, two coats with one bottle, both sides. Okay. So so you paint it, you let it dry, you paint a second coat, and then we sell these sanding blocks, and we just sand it just real lightly before class, and you trace on your pattern, and you're ready to go. All right. So you can paint along with me during the lesson, or you can watch the lesson, stop it, and start it as you get to that point on the painting. All right. So I'll say, what else are you guys asking? And outdoors, we sell bottles of varnish, 8-ounce bottles of varnish that are water based, that are meant for outdoors or whatever. We have different kinds of sealers. All right. And so what you would do is put it outdoors in Florida. Like I've got straight sun. I'm going to put some extra coats on it, but it's everything on here has got a sealer in it. So it lasts. As soon as you paint that black, if you're painting on it and the black's dry, if you're painting on it and you're like mess up, you don't like it, you can wash it right off. And as long as it's not dry, right? And so then on the base of it, because my friends last year, she said the bottom of it was like rotting from being in the water on the front porch when it rains so much here in Florida. So you need to lift it up on a pot or something. And also, I was saying paint the bottom of it with extra coats of varnish and paint just on the bottom so it doesn't seep up into there. And they last perfect. They work perfect. All right. So that's what you asked. Hi, Miss Kim. You didn't know, you didn't see, you have to go back and watch this because Is that amazing? All right. So look at that. Isn't he fun? I can't believe I did him. And I have to tell you, when my husband saw me, I had drew on the pattern with chalk, and he goes, "You're painting that cardinal that big?" And I said, "Absolutely." I said, "Mark, when you drive on the street, I want them to see the cardinal from the street, right?" Isn't he amazing? I love him. And it only took me an hour to teach this. So, you guys, even if it took you a day, would you be happy? All right. And I was showing them, Kim, you saw this already. The big Santa that's on the other side of my board. So I've got double duty here. I can switch it out, right? Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Oh, well, listen, I have been blessed that not only to blessed to have all my babies and my grandbabies and have to know God's plan that, my daughter and my grandson that have passed away, that I'm going to see them again and they're up there looking out over us. And I have so many blessings. And I know we've got to give it back to God because, by sharing, I know it comes back tenfold. And so that's why I love you guys to start falling in love with one stroke and then become a teacher. You get so much fulfillment out of teaching people. And so I want you to think about that when you think, I never in a million years, I never thought I'd paint something like that. So it's fun. And somebody asked me something about Patreon earlier, and I didn't answer that. Let's see. I'm on Patreon, and I do a lot of fun stuff on Patreon. Um, Thank you, Brenda. All right. Can we? Yeah, well, you can just purchase that. Somebody said something about Patreon. So Patreon, I'm doing a big, huge boat, a, a vintage-looking boat, and it's got flowers spilling all out of it. And so that's what we're painting right now. And in Patreon, my husband and I do a podcast, and it's you pledge like $10 for the month, and we teach you so much, and we all interact together, so it's really nice. Right here, you have to type, but on Patreon, what we do is we see each other and we visit and we ask you questions and we make you think and we give you homework. I've got a couple of people who don't want homework. We are all blessed. Oh, thank you, Alan. Thank you so much. You need to come see me. You just think it's all just about painting, but it restores relationships in our Heavenly Father. Yeah. And painting is a venue he uses. I had some nuns that worked with abused women, and um, they thought they stood up and like did a testimonial about being in my class. They let them come to my class as a reward. It was in California, and they said there was something about they felt the spirit that what painting did for them at the airport going to, oh my gosh, you guys are so lucky you're going to Italy. It's beautiful there. Hey, listen, to have those nuns sit there, and they touched my heart so much, and they said they could see an aura around me. And I'm like, you know what? When my daughter died, the professors, she died of no cause of death. Her heart just quit out at BYU at college. And so I got a letter from them. They were a husband and wife that were both, they taught at BYU for 20 something years. They had 5 children that went through BYU, and they were in the clothing store that Maria worked at the night she died. And it was a big tent sale outside, and it was the day before her birthday. And they said they sent me a letter, and they said, I just want you to know that we talked about how helpful and kind and sweet and what an aura about her as we drove home that night and opened up the paper to see a full page picture of Maria saying that she had an you know expected death, and there was no cause of death, and they were investigating, and they wrote me to say that they taught amazing youth at that university every day. And they were so touched about how giving and loving she was. And in her journal that week before she died, she said that she prayed that she was a daughter of Heavenly Father, that she would be pleasing Him. And there were so many beautiful things in there. And you know what touched my heart about that is, um, I always look at all her journals and I'm thinking, please don't say anything bad about mom, that you weren't happy or whatever. And about how one of us had done or whatever, but she has so much foresight that she never wrote. And I remember some really bad incidences with her brothers or sisters, and she never wrote one thing about that, but just loving positive things. So, and one of her friends fell off a cliff and died 2 weeks before she did, and before she passed away, and she wrote in there that she felt very blessed, that she knew Heavenly Father's plan and that we all have our own time to go. And so those are comforting things. Those are things that just touched our lives. And I know that my grandson, who just passed away at the same age as Maria, the day before her 23rd birthday, I know that he's up there with her. And I know my mom's there and dad, and that we're really blessed. And I don't know why I'm on this story. Hey, Miss Kim, Romalda. Hello, I just got home. Well, look at what we painted, Ro. Hey, and it wasn't that an awesome pumpkin. It was the Lord bringing His children to you for healing. Well, thank you, Miss Kim. I've been blessed, and I love being there for all of you. Miss Rowe just lost her husband, and she's going to come see me in Tennessee so I can hug her and love her, and all of us do. We all just love you guys when you get to come see us. All right, I'm just going to tell you also, you can go to onester.com, and you know what you can find there? All right, I'm passionate about teaching. I just want you to know the best part also is seeing you, meeting you, and if you come to Florida ever, we're right in the Orlando area by Disney. And you can always come and take a free class if you are there on a Tuesday when I teach my ladies and guys that come. But I want you to know, in April 26th, I'm in North Carolina for the 9th year. And we always fill up. So these are ones that fill up pretty fast. We only have 25 to 35 people in each one. And so Layton, New York, in May next year. And then those are 3 paintings, 3 days, and a meet and greet. All right. And then in September and December, I'm in Carthage, Tennessee for the 4th year, right? 1, 2, 3 for the 3rd year. And then in December in Florida, in Claremont, Orlando area for 2 days. All right. So check those out. And you just put a deposit to save your spot and come meet us. We'd love to paint with you. All right. So anybody who wants to do this, $45 gives you 2.5-hour lesson where we're going to paint this porch leaner. We're going to paint the penguin and everything else I taught during that lesson. You're going to at least 4 things I painted for you to learn, to do art shows, to teach, to do whatever you want to do with those. And you get all the patterns. I give you all the patterns. I email those to you. And I give you all the photographs of every single piece up close so you can see everything. All right. And the cardinal and the lesson, the patterns, and the pictures. All right. And they go out next Tuesday or Wednesday. So we send that all to you, but that means you have to pay the invoice. So we send you an invoice, you click on it and pay, and we will email you everything. And thank you. Sometimes special to hold on. Yeah, something special to hold on. That's right, Ro. All right. That's what keeps us going, right? During our losses. And you can tell I'm worn out. I didn't even put lipstick on. I still came on. All right. I would love to do the cardinal, please. Oh, I'll write you down right now. Anybody that I have that have our email. So we have your email. I can write you down. And so where is my pen? Okay, guys. So I just wanted to come on and share with you what was going on in our class tonight because it was so fun painting this cardinal. Okay, so there we are, Donna Dewberry, one at Hotmail. All right, so Lori Bowen, I will have Mark send that to you. Okay, I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend. Did you use your value pack brushes for that? Yes, this was my value pack brushes. This one right here. Okay. All right. So if there's anything that you guys look and you can't find, you can also email me and I can help you send you how to get to it or how to find out about it. We need teachers. If anybody wants to become a teacher, my daughter Amanda help you figure out how to become a teacher, and you can do it from home online. I've got all kinds of teachers that teach you. Thanks so much. I just got on and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Isn't that fun? I can't wait to go out there and show my husband. I didn't tell him I'm going to get on live, but I was so excited. And look, Lori, did you see? This is the other. And then we did it on plexiglass too, on those little surfaces. And we taught to be used on all kinds of other things, like the candles and wreaths and more. And I was telling everybody how to make money doing all these plexiglass wreaths and more. So if anybody else, be sure that you email me. And when they go online, they're going to be more money. Okay. But the lesson right now is $45 if you get in and by next week. Okay. Thank you guys. Mwah. Love you. See you soon. Bye bye. DJ. Okay. DJ. All right, DJ, listen. Do I have, I don't have your last name, do I? Um, so message me on Messenger. When is the lesson? This is tonight. I just did it. So if you want this, you just tell me and we'll send you an invoice, okay? So, sorry. I just saw DJ. Oh, Collins. All right. Sorry. But sometimes people have abbreviations and you don't know it. All right. Yes, I really am going to go. When is the lesson? We just did it tonight, Ro, and then I'm mailing out that the lessons are going to be sent out to everybody like next Tuesday or Wednesday because of the holiday. All right. Paulette, hello. I want to do this also. Add me. Okay. That's easier than you having to get a hold of me. Just tell me. Oh, I have a problem too. I just want to tell you guys. I said for the 10 people since last week that joined, um, subscribed to my YouTube channel, I was getting them a gift. But guess what? I thought I had a way to get your emails. But you have to say, if you've got to email Donna Dewberry1 at Hotmail, if you're one, if you know that you joined, which gives me your email, and I can make sure if you're one of the 10 that you get a special gift from me. All right. And I promised, and I don't know how to do it now. So that was last week. If you became a subscriber on my YouTube channel since last week and you're new on there, please let me know. Okay. What's the porch leaners? A 1x12, 36 inches long, and they're all cut at a couple of the DIY stores around here. They're all that length, 36 inches. It's pine. It's beautiful. It's a nicer quality. It's like less than $8 for the piece of wood. All right. Who else? Elaine Reed. Anybody else? Tell me now while I'm here. It'll be easier than me trying to get to you another way. Yes. I get a few more minutes. So that's Paulette, DJ, Elaine, right? And Lori. All right. Anybody else? Going. All right. Thank you so much. This goes away. So if anybody watches this, you might be watching it tomorrow. If you watch this, please send me a message. All right. And I will send you an invoice. All right. And you're getting at least 5 items that you learn. And this is the big project. Okay. Love you very much. I am leaving this time.